So as I'm getting older, right, something I'm thinking a lot about is how does one become timeless? Like you see those people on social media, Anne Hathaway comes to mind, that they just look timeless, and they just, like, their outfits, their looks, they just transcend time. And I'm like, how can I do that too? How do I create a wardrobe that transcends time, that I will keep for years and years and still enjoy, like decades later, right? So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna ask ourselves 5 questions to be able to create a wardrobe that transcends time. Guys, let's jump right into this. First off, right, we're not saying that we'll keep the exact same style for years, right? But what I'm thinking is we want to ask ourselves, does this garment translate well if my aesthetic changes slightly, right? Likely you'll keep the kind of same core style for quite a while, at least that's the case for me, right? But if my aesthetic changes slightly, will the garment I'm trying to buy, or will the garment that I'm kind of looking for, right, will that translate well? If I become a little bit more preppy, if I change jobs and need to look a little bit more corporate, if I move to a city that's more kind of fun and vibrant, right, will I still want to wear this? That is super difficult to answer, right, because we never know where life will take us, but still. Think about it, like, does this fit my core style well enough to be able to translate if I kind of want to change my style mood a little bit? That's something that I'm asking myself quite a lot, and that is something that, like, yes, sometimes I buy stuff that is a little bit more, I don't want to say trendy because I'm not a trendy person, right? But sometimes I buy a garment that's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. For example, that cherry red Burberry trench coat, like a Burberry trench coat, that's a core kind of piece in my wardrobe, right? That's a proven concept. A classic Burberry trench coat will wear for years, but a cherry red one, like a pop of color, will I still wear that in 10 years? Because I'm so obsessed with that trench coat, I kind of want to say I think I will. Because like I said, the core concept, super classic, timeless and chic. The color, yes, a little bit more trendy, if you want to say that, I'm not sure. Cherry red, in my opinion, or maroon, if we want to call it that as well, is a classic color that will always come back into style, in my opinion, right? Yes, that specific one, more trendy, less timeless, but equally the core of it all is still timeless, classic, and chic. So I think that one will transcend time. Does that make sense? I hope so. Second question we want to ask ourselves, is this garment overly trendy? Right, but at the same time, just because something is trendy to someone and something is classic to someone doesn't mean that is trendy or classic for you, right? Is this garment overly trendy for what you have in your wardrobe? Right, if we talk about gray denim, right? Everyone loves gray denim at the moment, literally. I love gray denim too. I bought a pair of gray jeans from Levi's. They're called the Midi Straight. I have spoken about them at length on my channel. I am low-key obsessed. I adore those jeans. I think I did a good move, if I do say so myself, when buying these jeans because, right, super oversized gray denim, and like the super oversized, super long, they drape kind of over the sneakers. That is super in at the moment, right? Everyone is wearing those types of jeans. Preferably like a little bit of a low rise, because that's what the trendy girlies do. Now, I don't think those super oversized or the kind of barrel fit or whatever they're called, right? I don't think they will transcend time as well as something that's just like a classic straight pair of jeans, if that makes sense. Like, the more overly exaggerated into the trend you go, the less staying power it will have, in my experience, in your wardrobe, essentially. Is the garment you're trying to buy super trendy, or do you still think that you will wear it when the trend is over? And I would say, in general, with the example of the gray denim, that is kind of the art of finding the fit that works well for you, right, versus the fit that's trendy. For me, that's kind of a relaxed fit, right, versus something that's either super tight or super oversized. Right, so where are we at in the process? The 2 questions. We're still looking at that garment, right? Because we have identified that the aesthetic of that garment, right, it is close enough to our core aesthetic that we think we will wear it even if our aesthetic changes slightly. Secondly, we don't think that the garment is overly trendy, so that when the trend kind of changes, we don't want to wear it anymore, right? Because that's not timeless, that's trendy, right? This garment that we're trying to buy, it ticks those two boxes. But what is the fabric of that garment? That is always a core question that I ask myself when I'm trying to buy something. And just because someone says that cashmere is everything you want to wear, are you willing to do the maintenance of that garment, right? For me, the answer for cashmere is obviously yes, because I'm tongue-tied. I am obsessed. That's how obsessed I am with cashmere, literally. So, for me personally, the garments that I buy are usually of natural fiber, so a wool, a cotton, a cashmere, a silk, something like this, right? That will have staying power in my wardrobe because the garment is, like I said, of a good fabric, and it is a material that I am willing to do the maintenance for. I am so excited to partner with Lilysilk in this video because it's just one of those brands that I've been super kind of intrigued by. I've heard that they make fabulous quality clothing of high quality fabrics, right? And they do very, very cute styles of clothing too. So when you buy your Lilysilk garments, they come in this fabulous. You can get it in like 2 different types of packaging, right? You can get it either in like a little gift type box, right? Which is so sweet. Like it's a white and black box and it has the little like tissue paper inside that says live spectacularly. How cute is that? But to be fair, like when I order from Lilysilk again, I'll probably just order in these little kind of envelope thingies because they're more environmentally friendly. I still think they're super sweet and they still protect your garment along the way of the shipping, right? So do whatever you prefer. I mean, both are super cute packaging options, but now to the more exciting part, right? I was gifted 3 garments. And when I tell you that I've been wearing these on repeat, literally, like everyone in my life, they're like, do you actually live in that sweater now? I'm like, yeah. I can confirm I live in this sweater. The sweater we're talking about, namely, is this. This is the perfect little sweater, literally, for spring. I am so excited. This sweater, I do think, buys into the kind of trend of wearing a lady jacket, right? Everyone is wearing a crop blazer or a lady jacket at the moment. It does give spring in Paris, right? But it gives spring in Paris in a very timeless and classic way. This one is in merino wool. It is off-white and navy blue. It has these fabulous gold buttons and it has this like fabulous texture along the trims of the cardigan, right? That give it some little extra vibes, right, to the cardigan. Now, I got this sweater in a medium and I think it's the perfect kind of slightly oversized fit. I think this is just a classic timeless garment that will transcend time, that I will still wear years and years from now, right? Because it just feels like fabulous quality. The buttons they're metal, so they feel weighty, like the cardigan feels weighty, right? I've been styling it with this little thin cashmere short sleeve t-shirt underneath because the little short sleeve t-shirt, like the neckline of it is poking out slightly at the top of the cardigan, and I think that's just super chic, honestly, because it's like, oh my gosh, that girlie, she's not only wearing one fabulous sweater, she's wearing 2 fabulous sweaters, and I do see that little fabulous neckline poking out. And also, if I get warm, I can just take it off and just wear this one, right? So it works as a functional item too. I've worn this one time and time again, like I said, since I've gotten this one. So it has gotten a few little pills on it, but that is just part of the cashmere journey, and that is exactly what I said, right? Are you willing to do the maintenance of this garment? I do have a little fabric shaver, so for me, like pilling on cashmere, like it's not an issue. Like it will happen it happens on my Brunello Cucinelli cashmere turtleneck. It happens on the Lilysilk cashmere turtleneck. We are not worried about that. But this cashmere is super soft. I'm so excited to keep wearing this. Like underneath blazers as a fabulous little kind of undershirt. Underneath my lady jacket, like just on its own during summer, like so excited. I'm so excited. These are so fabulous. Lastly, the third item that I was gifted by Lilysilk. Right. I feel like I need to preface this. Like when I was in university, I had this tie neck blouse that I was obsessed with. That one was in polyester. It fell apart. I was so sad about it. I'm like, I need a new like tie neck blouse. But Lilysilk reached out to me, right? I saw in their new spring collection that they had this fabulous silk tie neck blouse, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. It has these like fabulous pearlescent buttons on the sleeve. It has like a slightly extended sleeve. The buttons that you see on the sleeve, they're also underneath this little like hidden thingy. I got all of these garments in a size medium. Usually I am kind of, if I want something oversized, I go for medium. If I want something in my true size, I go for a small. So I hope that kind of gives you an indication of the sizing of these, and obviously you'll see in the cutaways how these fit me. But this is just the like longest, most luxurious kind of string of fabric that you just tie around your neck. Just looks super, I don't like the word of kind of looking expensive, right? But this looks expensive. It looks timeless, it looks chic, it's just brilliant. It is a little bit see-through though, so obviously pairs fabulously with something like this underneath, right? I will obviously link all of these garments in the description box. And the best part of it all is that we do have a discount code. You can use my code AS20 for 20% off site-wide. So not only these items, but you can shop whatever you want from Lilysilk at 20% off. Do with that what you will. Go have a browse, maybe check for something for like Mother's Day or for someone's birthday or something. I think these are fabulous gifts, especially since you can get one of these luxurious little gift boxes, right, with your purchase. So thank you so much, Lilysilk, for partnering with me and for gifting me these lovely items that I think are timeless, classic, and chic, and that I will do the maintenance of, right? Back to the questions that we're asking ourselves. In being timeless and classic, right, obviously, we are doing the maintenance of our garments because that kind of helps us look timeless and classic and chic, right? Because when you have garments that are well taken care of, you look more chic in general, right? And the garments kind of standing the test of time in your wardrobe whilst looking in good condition. I mean, that is key to looking timeless, in my opinion. But also, when we talk about time passing, right, we might fluctuate in weight slightly. Like I fluctuate in weight, like on the daily. I wake up one size and I go to bed another size, literally. Isn't that how all females operate? I guess so. But essentially, if I fluctuate slightly in weight, will I still be comfortable in this garment, right? Which is also why I tend to, like with the example of the Lilysilk garments, right? I have sized up slightly in those because I've kind of started doing that. I've kind of started to buy, even though small is my true size, I like something that has a little bit of extra room just for my kind of own comfort. That's just my preferred fit, right? I prefer something to fit a little bit loose versus something that's super tight, right? So my tip for this is just buy garments that you feel are comfortable, not that are like already when you buy it, you're like, I'm not sure of the fit of this, right? Obviously, everything will not fit if you fluctuate in weight, right? But like if you buy a dress, for example, does it have a little bit extra room? If you lose some weight, can you add a belt and it still looks cute? Is it a wrap dress? Because that you can literally adjust the size of as you go, right? Think about that. I mean, I don't buy, like I used to do this, like buy dresses for like skinny days. How toxic is that? Like I don't want to do that anymore, literally. So I don't buy stuff for my skinny days. I just buy stuff that I feel I will look good in both on my skinny days and on my bloated days, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Final question that we're asking ourselves when we're buying garments to make sure that they will transcend time in our wardrobes, right? I mean, first off, do I even want to wear this garment now? Or am I just buying it because I think it will transcend time and blah, 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 right? And in that, does this garment match what I have in my wardrobe already? Or do I need to buy support items, right? Just to be able to style this garment. Because I personally don't like to buy something that I need to buy something else to be able to wear, if that makes sense. For example, with the Lilysilk garments, once again, these garments match seamlessly into my wardrobe, literally. I feel like when you buy something that you can style in many different ways. I know the fashion girlies say, when you think about buying something, think about, can I style this in 5 different ways? Like, don't limit yourself to 5 different ways. Do you feel like it kind of suits the overall mood? Do you think you will want to wear this time and time again? Can you think of some different outfits, right? And do you feel like, if I buy this, I will pick this over something else in my wardrobe? Or do I already have something in my wardrobe that I would pick instead of wearing that, if that makes sense, you know? Because sometimes I buy stuff and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then I literally don't think about, I mean, for one, does it go with the stuff I have, right? It sounds super simple, but it's not that easy, right? Especially like when you're thrifting, you see something that's so fabulous and you're like, oh my gosh, I just need this garment. And then you bring it home and it doesn't fit anything else in your wardrobe. Like, am I the only one that does this? I've stopped doing this recently, but like in the beginning of my thrifting journey, everything felt so cheap, right? So that you just wanted to buy it all, which is not sustainable and which is not what we want to do, right? We want to be intentional, which is why we're having this conversation, right? If I feel like I can style that garment with stuff that I already have in my wardrobe and I don't feel like it would either be an exact copy or I don't already have something in my wardrobe that I would pick over that, then yes, I can buy that garment, right? 5 simple questions, not super easy to keep track of, right, when you're shopping, but maybe save this video, like note it down a little bit with what the questions are. Bring that little note in your iPhone or whatever up when you're shopping. You're like going through these lists of questions, right? And you're like, okay, yes, I think I want to buy that garment and I think it will be a timeless classic in my wardrobe, or no. It doesn't, like, no, it will not stand the test of time. Like, what was I thinking? It doesn't go with anything in my wardrobe. So we want to make smart buying decisions. We want to create a wardrobe that will stand the test of time. And that is why we're asking ourselves these questions, right? So I hope you found this conversation helpful. I loved having this conversation with you. Thank you once again to Lilysilk for partnering with us on this video. And don't forget, you can use my discount code AS20 to get 20% off site-wide on Lilysilk. Thank you so much for watching and for spending this time and space with me. I will see you back here at 3 p.m. Swedish time next week. Until then, stay safe, take care, and I will see you then. Bye.